Did you expect to get the Rising Star? No, yes.
Obviously, it came as a bit of a surprise. Like, very grateful for the recognition. But from what I saw across sort of the league, there was some really good games from a lot of young stars over the weekend. So not just across the league, but in our game as well, as we probably all know. So obviously very grateful. But no, I didn't really expect it, to be honest.
Obviously not the result you guys wanted on Saturday night, but yeah, it must have taken some positives out of the fact that you and other younger cats that you probably played alongside in the VFL last year were able to flourish and show that they can match the AFL level.
Yeah, it obviously was really exciting to have so many of the younger guys sort of stand up. Not just that, but we also did see a lot from the older guys as well. They really started to show what they're capable of as well. So I thought across the board, our fight back sort of in the second half was incredible, and yeah, it was sort of an across the board effort, which we're obviously really pleased with.
When Tommy Stewart went down, did you sort of feel like you wanted to take it upon yourself to stand up?
Not necessarily. I feel like we're sort of comfortable as a back six group that if anyone is put in the situation where they have to be, say, play Stewie's role and that sort of stuff, we should be comfortable. We all sort of train different positions and all across the ground. So as a group, we just want to be comfortable that if things like that do happen, that we are able to adjust. Look, obviously we didn't probably do it as well as quickly as we would have liked to, but I thought as a group we really sort of started to see that in the second half and started to look like a really good unit.
You really seem like you're quite settled into the Geelong system, like you picked up quite quickly. What's allowed you to be able to slot in like this and look so at home?
Yeah, it's definitely the support of the players I've got around me. I definitely feel like without them it may not feel sort of that way, but yeah, being in such an amazingly knowledgeable and sort of experienced group, especially with the sort of backs group that we do have, it just sort of allows me to feel comfortable and just sort of play to my strengths, knowing that they're there to support me at all times.
An AFL game last year, but 18 VFL games. You obviously would love to have played more AFL, but just that consistency of playing in the same team every week and growing your game, do you think that helped you last year on reflection? Yeah,
for sure, and definitely, like we touched on before, I think it did give me a lot of time to work with and alongside a lot of the younger guys. It gave sort of us a good opportunity to gel as a young core and then sort of just work through how we all like to play, just develop that chemistry. So definitely, like you said, it also did give me a good opportunity to play against sort of more mature bodies. VFL is a very good, obviously, competition, so being able to be challenged against them definitely gave me sort of the understanding and a little bit of experience on sort of how I would play against certain types of players.
Was there one matchup last year that stands out? Was there a game against maybe a non-AFL listed player that you had a challenge against a really good VFL player?
We played a Carlton VFL game out here, which across the board they played a really good brand. We played them earlier in the year and beat them, which we were happy with. But then out in the second game, they came out and really showed us what they were really capable of. And that sort of took us by surprise and was a really good learning for me, sort of as an individual player. But apart from that, I suppose you just sort of try to take little learnings out of all the games, and you always want to look to improve, I guess.
Did you play Mick Mahon in that game?
Yes, yeah. So yeah, he was obviously an unreal player, very shifty, and it was probably a good learning opportunity for me for more of that agile player, sort of key forward.
You've got to play a couple of finals too, and I suspect they're not AFL games, but they're a step up from a VFL home and away game, and give you an idea of the standard at the next level. Yeah, for sure. I mean, the pressure and the contest and stuff in those VFL finals was obviously a really good opportunity for me to understand what an AFL game, I suppose, level standard looks like. Both Werribee and Southport, the two teams that we played in those finals, obviously had some really good players and probably AFL level talent in their side. So to play against them and obviously get that opportunity, like you said, was obviously a really good experience for not just me but all the young guys.
Connor, did you set yourself over the off-season to try and lock in a spot in the best 22, best 23? Like, was that an aim of yours after only getting the chance to play one game last year?
Look, to be honest, obviously everyone's goal is to play as many games as possible. That's what we're all here for. But for me, as a younger guy, I just want to keep continuing to improve on my game. I just wanted to work on the things that I could control over the off-season, and that wasn't necessarily cementing a spot, but maybe if getting the opportunity, sort of just being ready if that did come. So I feel like for me, definitely over the off season, it was just more about refining my skills as an individual player, and just what it looks like for me to sort of be able to thrive in the team.
You looked at the weather forecast Brisbane? And if you have you got the flippers ready to pack?
I haven't yet, but from the sounds of it, I might have to. So I'll have to be organised and ready to roll.
What do you like in? Obviously you had the very nice Saturday afternoon here a couple of weeks ago. Sterile conditions at Marvel, but the wet. How do you find yourself in that?
Yeah, obviously all the AFL games that I've been lucky to be a part of so far have been very dry condition games. So it'll be obviously like another good challenge for me just to understand the different condition game and what that looks like. So I couldn't really tell you yet, but it'll be an interesting, and I'm super excited for it on the weekend.
And a really talented forward line that you're coming up against, isn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, reigning premiers is always exciting, but for us, it's just another opportunity to work together, get closer as a defensive unit, and hopefully just bounce back from last week.
You were thrown around a little bit in the VFL last year during the pre-season, playing some rucking Maxim. I remember seeing. Where do you sort of see your role? Is it as that key defender, or do you think you can play some other positions in the future?
I think the beauty of Geelong is we really don't sort of pigeonhole like what I am as a player. So I think I really like being able to be a little bit dynamic. Obviously, like I said, as a player, right now it is as a key defender, which I'm really enjoying. But Scotty always talks about the ability for everyone to be positionless, and I feel like that sort of allowed me to thrive a little bit in sort of how I play my game, and along with a lot of other players at the club. So I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm sort of best set anywhere, but I feel like sort of the roles and the way we play sort of allows us to sort of utilise our strengths in a way that isn't necessarily sticking to one position.